Well, hello. How are you? So, welcome back to 9 Years in China with old teacher Kenny. Hope you're doing okay. Thought I'd use the black backdrop today. Makes me look different, maybe. But anyhow, hope you're doing okay. Keep watching, my videos as they pop out. It's been a little slow lately. I've been trying to find some pictures and things for some other upcoming videos. But today I thought maybe it might be good. Most of my time in China, I taught English majors. Now, English majors, they hope that in the future they're going to be a teacher or interpreter or translator. Work for an international company, and there is a gigantic demand for those jobs, in China. So that'd be maybe something about another video that we'll do. Maybe in the next video we do. I have a lot to talk about, but English major in China, it all kind of starts in high school. They take their college entrance exam called Gaokao. And Gaokao, depending on your strengths in the test, will help determine what China thinks your future is supposed to be. Sometimes you don't have so much to say about what you're going to study in college. We have the freedom of choice here in America, and over there you have some choice, but it's not totally in your hands. Most English majors, 90% of them are girls, because, the hope is that if they become a teacher, they'll get a job, move back home, be near mom and dad. Where the boys, they're expected to make more money and to be able to move off and make more money so they can take care of mom and dad when mom and dad is old. So there's a whole different philosophy than when we're dealing with China. But English majors, if they show a propensity, if they look good on their Gaokao where it comes to English, they're going to be pushed really, really heavy to become an English teacher or an English student. It's strongly advised. And and some people are told they're going to be English teachers even though they don't really like English. They did good on Gaokao, but they don't really like English. So I had to deal with lots of this stuff, in the same class. But mostly they liked English, so therefore they did good with English. And so their future, they have an idea, interpreter, translator, foreign company first, then they can fall back on teaching. But I'll tell you right now, the bulk of them are going to be teachers. It's just the way it is. They will take English, especially freshman and sophomore. They take a lot of English classes, and they also have to take their Chinese classes, and they also have to take their communism, fascist, Marxist, whatever. They have to take classes on all that also. It is what it is. So they would have usually a spoken English class with a foreign teacher, and they'll have some kind of class also with their Chinese teacher where they'll speak a little bit. But reading, writing, they got to learn how to write. Most of them write really good too, as good as any of us Americans. They study a phenomenal amount of vocabulary. And I'm going to tell you some stuff here about vocabulary here in a minute. I had to write it down. I couldn't remember everything. Listening is their Achilles heel, and they have to do really, really good with listening. Remember, they like to watch American movies, American music. They're very in tune with American pronunciation, but also most of their teachers tend to speak with a little bit of a British accent, and almost all their dictionaries are British in origin. So they have Cambridge and Oxford dictionaries. You almost never see a student with a Webster, American English dictionary. So when they start speaking to you, sometimes you'll hear in one sentence, you might hear British and American pronunciation in one sentence when they're talking to you. And it's pretty cute, but I understand after I got there, I could figure out where it came from. But they take they're English majors, so they're taking lots and lots of English all day, every day, 5 days a week. And the way they study vocabulary, I don't know how in the world they can ever remember. In China, it seems like they study to forget. They cram massive amounts of information and try to remember it in a really short period of time. And 2 weeks later after the test, but the test is all that really matters over there. But 2 weeks after the test, they couldn't tell you what vocabulary they learned. Now, English, obviously, is the world's problem-solving language, and it's really, really important worldwide. I know I'm an American, and most of it, if you're watching this video, you're probably an American or British or whatever. And English is just our stick. It's what we do. We're born learning English, learning our form of English. We are native English speakers. But over there, they cram all this information, and they have what they call CET, College English Test. They have CET4 and CET6, and CET4, they pretty much have to pass CET4 before they can even go on and get a master's degree. Sometime during their college school years, they have to pass CET4. I don't know if it's exclusive countrywide, but I know it's a big, big deal. Now, CET4, and I wrote down some figures here a while ago. We're dealing with vocabulary. CET4 is based around 4,500 word vocabulary. And that's about what most of us native speakers have in our ready-to-use everyday conversation. 4,000, 5,000 words. We can say almost anything we want to say, and we keep it simple. Lots of vocabulary that we know and we've learned through the years is when we read, we're writing, we hear things on the news, but it's not part of our conversational vocabulary. But CET4 is really, really important. CET6 is the next level. Now, usually they'll take CET4. CET is always in June and December, and a few schools will let them take CET4 as freshmen, but usually when they will take it during their sophomore year. And if they fail, they can take CET4, I think, like 4 times before they just go, bah, you're stupid. But they take CET4, and if they pass it, the very next time, if they want, they can take CET6 again. And let's see here, CET6, they raised it at 6,500 word vocabulary. That's a lot of English, And this is for what I call the normal students, not English majors, the regular college students. CET is for everybody. So anyhow, vocabulary, listening. When they take those little tests, they put their earphones on, and I often ask, and that's a problem also. A lot of times they have malfunctions with their earphones, and I ask them, well, were you listening to an American? Were you listening to a British person, an Australian person? Sometimes they cannot tell you at all who they were listening to on the test. But listening is a really, 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 really big deal. Now, English majors, they take what they call TEM, Test English Majors. And they have TEM 4, then it goes to TEM 8. Let me see here, the vocabulary on this. Okay, yeah, the TEM, remember, they're going to be teachers, interpreters, translators, working for a foreign company. So a lot more vocabulary. We're looking here, TEM 4 is 8,000 word vocabulary. That test is based around an 8,000 word vocabulary. Not that they're ever going to learn 8,000 words, but the vocabulary is there. So they have to get as much knowledge with vocabulary as possible. And remember, they're in the future, they're probably going to be teaching this, or they're going to be listening to me talking to them on the telephone, you know, doing some kind of international business, and they need to know what's going on. And they will take that during their sophomore year. And it's structured a little different. They're really pretty critical on the English majors. If you fail TEM 4, they'll let you take it again, but it might be after you graduate. Depending on the schools and where they're located, it can be that way. The next thing they have, which is the super test, TEM 8. When I had the senior students, and you take this as a senior, when I had the senior English students talking to me, they are just flabbergasted by what they have to know. And when the student came up to me and told me they passed TEM 8, I'm going, holy cow, give me a hug, you know. TEM 8 is based around a 13,000 word vocabulary. That's a lot of English, even for us. That's a lot of English. It's nothing compared to the dictionary. You know, the unabridged Webster Dictionary has 500,000 words. And there's almost that many waiting to go into the dictionary. Our language changes all the time. We're always adding new words, and we're adding words that are influenced from other countries. You know, and China has this issue now, and their, you know, their vocabulary, words like pagan for bacon, or hambao for hamburger. So you got things like this because China is becoming increasingly international. They have more and more of these words with the foreign influence. So as an English major, you're being tested. You got to pass. You got to perform. You know, I hear the phone ringing over there. You know, I hate telephones sometimes. But there's a lot they have to learn. And they're always wanting us, the teacher, to help them. Usually like a week before the test, you know, how can you really help them learn to pass a test in 1 week? You know, basically all you can do is give them some guidance. So anyhow, English majors are a lot of fun. They'll play with you. You know, they're always eager to learn anything to do with English. You have a lot of what we call 2-week friends. You know, they'll follow you around for a little while and work on their conversation. You know, so being an English major in China, it's fun, but it's a lot of work. So, yeah, that's a little bit there. And I think while I'm doing this next video, I'm going to talk about the job market a little bit with English majors. So, anyhow, stay tuned for the next video, and we'll talk to you later. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? I need subscribers. If you want me to make some videos, help me out a little bit, okay? Yeah, we'll talk to you later. So, bye-bye.